What's going on, everybody? Collie here with the Kiawah Conservancy. Today we're bringing you back to our rain garden. Reason being is because we're right in the beginning of hurricane season again, and we want to make sure that you can be prepared for future flood seasons. Now today we're going to talk about rain gardens again, what they are, the benefits they provide, and how they work, ultimately to give you enough information to find out maybe if one of these gardens would be beneficial for you and to work in your residential landscape. Let's talk. So to start, we're going to recap exactly what a rain garden is. A rain garden is a landscape depression ultimately to allow for rainwater, stormwater to penetrate the ground and recharge the groundwater. So how do you find a good location for one? Well, a good location for a rain garden typically is anywhere that holds water for a long period of time after a storm event, such as this. This area a year ago, if it rained at all, it held water for days, even weeks. So what we did is we came in and we amended the soil to 2 parts sand to 1 part topsoil. That allowed for the water to penetrate. And that's what was the problem was ultimately is that the ground was too tough, too condensed, and it wouldn't allow for water to seep through. So in a year, we've planted, and you can see what used to be an eyesore is really now a great natural habitat for not just water to penetrate, but also for our local birds, butterflies, and pollinators to thrive. Now let's talk about the flow of the rain garden a little bit. So typically with any storm event, it's going to hit a impervious surface such as your driveways or your roofs, like at the Conservancy office. Anytime it rained, that water was hitting the roof, going into this open space that had not been amended yet, and it was just sitting for days at a time. So let's come over here and I'll show you kind of how the function of our rain garden works. Once that rain hits our impervious surface on the roof, it comes down into this trench that we dug, and it ultimately flows throughout the entire rain garden. We designed it so that it gets deeper as it goes down. That water will slowly move throughout the rain garden. And as you can also see, we have plants from the beginning to the end. What's going to happen is that rain hits in here, some of it will be absorbed by these plants, ultimately limiting what gets to the very end. So all the way through the rain garden, you're either using that water, the plants are, or it's being recharged into the groundwater table through that soil amendment. All right, so now I want to highlight some of the plants that are great for rain gardens. When you're planting your rain garden, you want species that are drought tolerant but can also be inundated for long periods of time. Some great examples that we have here are our river oats. These are great for bank stabilization, erosion control, and they spread fairly quickly and easily so they can take up a lot of space. Irises, they're great. They can take a lot of water too. And then we've got our hibiscus. I mean, we've got a real wide variety of plants here. Another great one, red sage, scarlet sage. This is an extremely hardy plant, very deer resistant. As you can see, it takes up a lot of space. It's got great flowers. It's great for our pollinators. All right, let's move on down this way. We've got our canna lilies. These guys right here, you'll find them along your roadsides and in your ditches. Why? Because they can take a lot of water. These are also very hardy plants. And then we get to my favorite. This is cardinal flower, Lobelia cardinalis. What I love about these guys is that red pop they get, and that's where they get their name. Also, I've never seen hummingbirds more attracted to any one species. It's a great plant. All of them work really well. And so we love to promote native plants, a rain garden, and these type of plants are great for our pollinators. So where we're going to end this video today, we're going to recap the benefits. We've talked about pollination, erosion control, but the big one is flooding. If you've got flooding in your yard when a storm event comes, this could be your solution. Just a year ago, this area would hold water for days at a time. We put this in, and now we don't have standing water for more than an hour or two. It works beautifully. If you really think that this could be a yard or an idea for your yard, then please feel free to give us a call. We'll come out, we'll assess the area, we'll tell you if we think that a rain garden could go there, and we'll walk you through the steps of putting one in. It's fairly easy, it's simple, it's not too expensive, and we'd love to help you out. So just give us a call at the Conservancy. One of our staff members would be happy to talk with you.